Folks around here say every 100 years, the harvest moon don't just rise, it returns. When it does, the land remembers everything we tried to forget. Time folds, ghosts wake, and the earth starts collecting on all our old debts. Tonight, you ain't riding through a show, you're riding through what the moon's been waiting to harvest. Keep your hands and feet inside the wagon at all times. Stay seated and don't reach into the fields. The ground's got a way of taking back what touches it. No smoking, no standing, and if you drop something, leave it. Take a breath. That chill in the air, that's the harvest setting in. Welcome to the harvest. You feel that wind? That's the fields waking up. They always stir first when the harvest moon's near. These rows been here longer than any of us. Roots tangled in stories older than time. Folks say the corn remembers every name whispered in its stalks, every sin buried beneath its soil. Keep your eyes forward, friends. Once the moonlight hits this field, the past don't stay buried for long. Long before these woods, before the towns and trains, there was a man named Eldred, a scholar who believed he could speak to the moon. He called it a living thing, a seed of light that could make the land eternal. When the harvest moon rose red as fire, he tried to pull its power down to earth. For a heartbeat, it worked. The crops grew wild. The air stood still, and time itself held its breath. But the moon doesn't take kindly to being tamed. It took Eldrin instead, body, soul, and every inch of soil he ever touched. His castle fell silent, but his spell never stopped echoing. They say when the harvest moon returns, it drags his curse through every century that followed. And right now, as that glow creeps through these fields again, the wizard's work is starting all over. They say the curse rolled west, following the sound of pickaxes. When settlers hit pay dirt in a place called Loonford Gulch, they thought they'd struck silver, but it was a moon metal, the same kind Eldrin conjured centuries before. They forged it into coins, horseshoes, even wedding rings, proud as kings of the prairie. But when the harvest moon rose, that metal started to hum, soft at first, then louder, till every lamp in town burned orange like the sky itself. Folks went mad, trying to spend, sell, or bury what they'd found. By dawn, the streets were empty, cards still fluttering in the wind, and the whole town vanished beneath the dust. Greed claimed and harvested all the same. The gets quieter here. No towns, no tracks, just woods that never learned how to die. These shacks belong to the ones who stayed behind after Lunaford fell. They came here looking for peace, but the curse found them first. You can still see their lanterns flicker, hear the hinges creak when the wind passes through. Some nights, folks swear they see shadows moving inside. People who ain't realized they stopped breathing 100 years ago. Keep your eyes straight ahead now, 'cause the deeper you go, the heavier the air gets. Up ahead's what's left of St. Braden's Chapel. The preacher here thought he could pray the curse away, rang that bell every night. The harvest moon rose. The sound carried through the woods like a warning. But faith don't weigh much against a hungry moon. One night, the bell tolled 13 times, and every soul in that chapel dropped to their knees and never stood up again. Now, the road runs straight through the graveyard they left behind. Don't stare too long at the headstones. Some of them stare back. They say the ground here don't know who belongs in which century anymore, and every time the moon rises, it calls the names of the ones who forgot they're gone. So keep still, keep quiet, and don't answer if something whispers yours. You're stepping into the witch's woods now, where the curse found its caretakers. After the preacher's fall, 3 women came wandering through these trees, whispering that if the church couldn't stop the harvest moon, maybe it was meant to be worshipped. They mixed moonlit soil with ash and bone, calling it moonseed, and swore to keep the curse alive so the land would never sleep. On nights like this, when the air hums low and the trees lean in, you can still hear them chanting around their fire. Voices twined like roots, promising the moon her due. Don't follow the sound if you hear it, and don't breathe too deep. Their spells hang thick as smoke, and once it's in your lungs, the moon remembers you forever. Easy now. This here's where the curse met the rails. A freight train once tore through these woods, hauling crates of that same cursed soil to sell out west. But the harvest moon don't take kindly to being moved. When it rose that night, the engineer swore he saw it sitting right on the tracks, staring him down. The wheels screamed, the sky split, and metal met fire. By morning, the woods were full of smoke and twisted steel, and not a soul left to tell the tale. Some nights, when the wind's right, you can still hear that whistle crying for a stop that never came. This here was Project Harvest, where they thought they could bottle the moon and build life from its light. But the curse don't cure, it consumes. Those tubes ain't holding water. They're holding what's left of the folks who tried to outsmart it. Now the machines hum, and what's inside them still remembers breathing. Easy now. This stretch of field don't grow right no more. The stalks come up tall, but the ears rot before picking. Folks say the soil here's tired, It's been fed too many times. Every fall, someone tries to work it, and every fall, the moon burns it bare again. See that barn ahead? Used to be where the harvest came in. Grain, corn, everything that kept this town alive. Now it just sits there, leaning under the weight of its own memories. They say you can still smell smoke on the wind, even when there ain't no fire. Sometimes the air just turns warm for no reason, like the ground's remembering something it shouldn't. Keep your voices down as we pass. This place listens close. The moon's got her eyes on this field tonight, and she don't like to be stared back at. The ground's running hot now. Feel that wind? That ain't weather. That's the moon breathing. This barn was the hearts of the harvest. Every bushel and bale passed through it, but greed soaked deeper than the roots. And when the harvest moon rose, the walls remembered every sin they held. Then came the fire. Started as a whisper, a flicker in the dark. And before anyone could pray, the whole place lit up like the moon had dropped straight into the hay. The flames didn't just burn, they moved, crawling along the beams like they were alive. Now the soil's answering back, tractors humming with no drivers, engines choking on smoke and rage. Folks say it's the land itself, finishing what the moon began, iron and flame, pulling the last harvest of what's left of us. Don't look too close at the lights and the smoke. Those ain't lanterns, they're eyes. It's quiet now. Too quiet, like the land's finally caught its breath. The fires fade, the smoke drifts, and the only thing left standing is the corn. Same rows, same wind, same smell of earth and ash, no matter what century you're in. Some folks say the moon grows the corn herself, just to watch it die again. When that moon rises full and orange, she don't just shine on the world, she shows it what it really is. All those things buried deep. Our greed, our ghosts, our sins. They climb right back up through the soil. You've seen them tonight. The wizard who tried to own her. The towns that sold her silver. The preachers who feared her. And the witches who served her. Different faces, same story. The harvest always comes due. And there she is now. The harvest moon herself, big as judgment and twice as quiet. Every time she rises, time folds in on itself, and for a heartbeat, everything, past, present, and what's still to come, lines up right here in these fields. That's the curse and the mercy of it. The moon don't hate us. She just don't forget. So as your wagon rolls on, take a breath and hold on to that cold air, that smell of smoke, and that glow in the sky. Because when she sets, the world will pretend none of this ever happened. But the earth remembers. The corn remembers. And come next harvest, so will you. Please remain seated until the hayride has come to a full and complete stop. And keep your hands and feet inside the wagon as we pull in. Thank you for riding the curse of the harvest moon. And if the night ever feels too still, look up. She might be waking again.